more words, shape names, or get in shape. Then a scoop gathers a ball of ice cream from a bin and a woman snacks on a cone.
When you eat an ice cream cone, you have two things, the ice cream and the cone. Both those parts can be described by their shapes. In mathematics, the shape of a cone is called, well, a cone. And the ice cream is usually scooped into something shaped like a ball or sphere, which helps it fit inside the cone. Since you can hold the cone to eat the ice cream, that means it's three-dimensional. It takes up space from side to side, up and down, plus towards and away from you. But some things are flat or plane shapes, essentially taking up only 2 dimensions, like these flags, the pages of a book, this ocean map, these kites, or even a painting hanging on your wall. If you lay these flat and look at them directly from the side, they don't have much height. In fact, they're so flat you can basically ignore the height and look at only the length and width. That makes them 2-dimensional. But whether 2 or 3-dimensional, many simple shapes have specific properties and names. Let's look at some examples.
A title. Example 1, circles and polygons. Then a boy pedals a bike down a street.
Bicycle wheels keep you rolling because they have boundaries in the shape of circles. A circle is a set of points all the same distance from one point, called the center. Circles are plane shapes, or 2-dimensional. They don't have any straight sides. But other shapes do have straight sides. If they do not have any curved sides, we call them polygons. Every triangle has 3 corners and 3 sides, no more, no less. In fact, the prefix tri means 3. And then there's the rest of the word. Angle, or corner, triangle. What about squares, rectangles, rhombuses, trapezoids, and parallelograms? All these shapes have 4 straight sides. That means they're quadrilaterals. Let's take that word apart. Quadra, that means 4. Lateral, that means side.
Kids play baseball.
Shapes with more than 4 sides. Home plate. It looks different from the other 3 bases because it has 5 sides. Its shape is a pentagon. Penta means 5, and gon refers to the angles. It has 5 angles inside it, and also 5 sides.
3 sides like a rectangle, plus 2 more sides that form a point. The cyclist stops at an intersection.
Stop signs. You see these 8-sided shapes at many street intersections. Its geometric name is octagon. Octa means 8. It has 8 inside angles and 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you take the words apart, you'll often find great clues to help you remember all about polygons. Poly means many, so polygons have many angles, formed when many sides intersect.
Example 2, quadrilaterals. Shapes are highlighted around a classroom door, desktop, and window.
Every quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 corners, meaning 4 angles where the sides come together, but that doesn't mean that quadrilaterals are all the same. Let's start with this window. It's in the shape of a rectangle. See? 4 straight sides, 4 right angles. Opposite sides are parallel and the same length. Now, look at the panes in the window. They have 4 straight sides and 4 right angles, but all the sides are the same length. That means it's a special type of rectangle called a square. Snake and fish scales look almost square.
With uneven angles.
4 straight sides, all the same length. A shape with 4 straight sides the same length is called a rhombus. A square is one type of rhombus with right angles. A rhombus is a type of parallelogram, and so are rectangles and squares. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are always the same length and parallel. But some quadrilaterals have only one pair of parallel sides. These are called trapezoids. Quadrilaterals without any parallel sides are neither parallelograms nor trapezoids. All these shapes have 4 sides and 4 corners, and that makes them all quadrilaterals. This diagram shows how some members of the quadrilateral family are related. Some are trapezoids, some are parallelograms of various types, including rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. But quadrilaterals without any parallel sides are neither parallelograms nor trapezoids.
Separate on the diagram. Example 3. Three-dimensional shapes. Pyramids have 4 triangular sides with wide bases and pointy tops.
Built over 4,000 years ago, the Great Pyramids of Egypt were tombs for Egyptian pharaohs. They're also the most famous example of a three-dimensional shape, the square-based pyramid, one type of rectangle-based pyramid. What if the base of the pyramid is a more elongated rectangle? That would still be a rectangle-based pyramid. All pyramids are three-dimensional, with a polygon for a base and flat triangular faces that all meet in a common point, or vertex. Let's look at some other three-dimensional shapes. Oranges, baseballs, soccer balls, bowling balls, and golf balls. In geometry, these are all in the shape of spheres. A sphere is a three-dimensional figure with points all the same distance from a central point.
A semi-truck pulls a trailer.
The back part of some trucks and boxes are in the form of different three-dimensional shapes, called prisms, whether rectangular or square. These sandcastles are made up of a variety of three-dimensional shapes. That means any object that has depth, length, and height.
At the beach, a man holds up air horns. A person in a costume dances.